All right, in this video, we're going to work through this first practice problem. It says write a TK inner application that displays a label containing the opening sentence or two from your favorite book. When the user clicks a button, display the title of the book that contains the quote in a second label. Okay. So first, we're going to import TK enter, and I'm going to do it as TK. And then I'm using the object-oriented approach here. So I'm going to make a class. I'm just going to call it app, and then I'm going to make it a child class of the TK class here. And then in this approach, I'm going to set up the init method to initialize everything. So the first line of the init needs to be a call to the parent class. That's TK here. It needs to call its init so the parent can get set up. And once the parent is set up, then the child class can get set up. And I'm going to give this a title. And geometry just to make it so I don't have to keep resizing it. Okay, so what I want to do is to have a label, a couple of labels in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in there. And I'm going to go ahead and make my quote. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. And then make the quote the label object. So that's going to be label tk.label. Because of my import, I have it imported tk imported as tk. So I need to put that on there. And then I'm going to set the text parameter to the quote that I made up here. And then the other label is going to be book label. And on that one, I'm not going to put anything. I'm just going to kind of leave it blank. And then when the user clicks on the button, then I am going to set that text to be the name of the book that quote is from. So I'm going, and I prepended it with self because I'm just going to put my event handler method inside the class here. I'm going to have a separate method in there to do that. So. And so I'll need to be able to refer to this from outside of this init method. So that's why I have this one as self.book label, whereas this one I don't have that because I don't need to change the quote label at all. So, all right, so that's going to be TK. It's going to be a button. And for the text, I'll just have click me. The text on the button, and the command parameter I'm going to have a method in here called show book label later on, and so again it's going to be a method inside this class. That's why I have the self there. All right, and then I'm just going to use pack to pack all this stuff in. There were no requirements for the interface or anything here, just that it have two labels and a button. So I'm just going to go with something really simple here. All right, so now let's see. I need to put in this method here, or else it's not going to run. So that would be show book label, and I just needed to match this here exactly what I had on the command argument here. So, and since it's in this class, I need to have self as a parameter. And for right now, I'll just hit pass. Save this as book quote label. I'll run that and see if everything's okay. Oops, I forgot the bottom part down here. That's why it's not running. So I need to create an object from that, an app object, create an object from this class, and then I need to call the main loop method to start it running. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Looks fine. Everything seems to be running okay. All right, but what I need to do is to fill out this method here with what I want to have happen when the user clicks the button, and that is I want to be able to set this self book label. So it's going to be self.book_label. And in the previous examples, I used string var to do that. In this one, I'm going to just go a little simpler and use the configure method for labels. And I'm going to set the text, or pass an argument to the text parameter, A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. All right, let's give that a shot. All right, so here's what it looks like, and then when I click the button, this should pop up there, A Tale of Two Cities, Charles Dickens. Okay. All right, that is it on this one.